What up, guys? It's Crystal Cat Barbecue. Well, the holidays are behind us. Obviously, the grilling season here in Phoenix doesn't really stop, but around the holidays, I usually have a lot of family stuff going on, so I haven't had a lot of videos coming out. But today, we're changing that. Today, what we got going on is a rack of lamb. Now, I got this from a local store. Whatever you have in the area, find what it is. This is only about 1.3 pounds. It's kind of on the small side. Great for a small family or big lunch for somebody like me. But we're going to get this seasoned up with some nice herbs and spices, and we're going to cook it out on the Green Mountain David Boone. Now, to start us off, we're going to get this trimmed up. I'm not going to do too much trimming because a lot of pork fat, lamb fat is actually really delicious and tender, and it melts really easily. So all we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're going to just take that hard fat off. If there's any silver skin, we're going to take that off as well. A lot of it is going to stay. We're not going to do too much to it. Then we're going to top it off with a little bit of Dijon mustard, just to have a nice little binder and add a little flavor profile. Then, you've seen me use it before, some Luton Booty Everything Rub. This is going to have a nice light layer down front, get that nice barbecue flavor. Then we're going to come back through with some homemade seasoning I did. Now, I say homemade, but it's really a copycat recipe. I think this recipe comes from some steak seasoning out of Montreal, if you get my drift. Easy rub to make up. All the recipe down in the description box down below. Just look down there, and I might be having something right here, maybe. And then we're going to go outside. All right, so let's get started. Has been resting in the fridge. We got the Green Mountain up to temp. Today we're going to run at 200 degrees. Now I want this low and slow, even lower than normal, just because I want some great smoke flavor going into this meat as it cooks. You kind of treat lamb like a rib roast. You want it done medium to medium rare. So we're kind of looking at the 125 to 130 range. So at 200 degrees with this small rack, should be right around an hour. Now we are running some fruit wood today. It's a mixture of apple, pecan, and cherry. Let's take a look in here. We're gonna use an elevated rack that keeps the meat as far away from the heat as possible and more towards the smokestack, so it gets that great smoke on it. Right there. That's it. Just gonna let it go about an hour. All right, so lamb is right where I want it. I wanted it to be around 125. It took us about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. No piece of meat is the same, no grill's the same. So whatever time it takes you, just go with it. What we're looking for is that 125. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these off, let them rest a little bit. And while they're resting, I'm gonna take out the top rack and put in some grill grates. Bump up the temperature to about 450, and we're gonna get these things seared. All right, so we're gonna let this thing rest a little bit more, but when we do, we're gonna put some butter on here. It's gonna create a nice little jus inside the pan. And along with that, we're gonna put some fresh rosemary. Now the rosemary is not gonna bring a real flavor profile, but as everybody knows, your nose actually influences your taste buds as well. So we're just gonna add some rosemary in here. And there. And there. All right, we're gonna close this thing up and let it rest. All right, it's been about 10-15 minutes. Open this thing up. Oh, look at that. The aroma of the rosemary is coming straight up. All right, let's get this out of there. All right, let's cut into this. Back. So when you're cutting into these, just go straight down. You're going to hit a little knuckle, kind of turn your blade, keep going down. Oh wow, the color on that. Other option is look at where the bones are from the back, find that knuckle bone, go around it, just like that. This thing is cutting so tender. And one thing some people do is they do a double cut. Gives a nice little presentation. So there's a double cut. Look at the color on that. Nice medium rare. The char marks on there. All right, let's get a taste test. All right, we can give these a try. And if you hear children's programming in the back, the kid's awake. What can I say? All right, so these things are smelling fantastic. They were cutting tender. See how they taste. Lamb is just a different meat altogether. I mean, it's tender, it's juicy. I got the herbs coming up. There's not spice, there's not heat, just a nice round flavor profile. Like I was saying earlier, lamb fat is different than beef and pork. It just has a different tenderness to it, different flavor. I know a lot of people don't like fat, period, but give this a try, at least a little bit. It's not as fatty as you think it really is. And it's just tender and bite through. And it's just phenomenal. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just something that's easy to do. It really is. Don't be afraid of lamb. I know it's not readily available everywhere, but it really is an easy thing to cook. Hey, guys, until I see you next time, keep on grilling. Today, what we got going on? Today, we have roast. Today, we have, I keep saying roasted. Easy the thing, easy rub Today, what we got going on is lamb of rack. Lamb of rack. That's not right.